Ow! Ah. Oh, sweet. Nice. Nice. He is awesome. I should have saw this coming. Yo everybody, what's going on? My name's MJ the Game Boy and welcome to RatedMJ. And welcome to not my office. Cause it's not my office. I shouldn't be here. Please don't tell on me. So, as a lot of you have probably guessed from watching today's intro, talking about Sly Cooper. So, what is a Sly Cooper? Well, Sly Cooper is a raccoon thief who steals from other master criminals. It's the only way he knows how to live. Now, I've known about this series since I was about 8 or 7, but I've never really had an excuse to go and play it. It wasn't until high school that I actually got the chance to. But it's been a while. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Now, it's no secret that there was some chemistry for Sony PlayStation and Crash Bandicoot for a potential mascot. But when the original PlayStation ended, so too did Crash's relationship with Sony. So when the new advanced Sony PlayStation 2 was released, there are multiple platforming mascots waiting for their chance to represent the PlayStation 2, and among them was contender Sucker Punch Productions' Sly Cooper. The first game in the series, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, was released in 2002, and it was met with positive reviews, starring the 18-year-old suave, cunning, and kleptomaniac protagonist, Soy Pooper. Along with its cel-shaded cartoon visuals, mixed with a mature noir style, it gave an experience that most platformers couldn't replicate. Now, I've known about Sly since I was 7, but I didn't actually play it. I was on my GameCube stage for most of my childhood, and the only way I could have played Sly Cooper was to ask my older brothers if they could buy it for me, and let me use their PS2 to play it. Besides, GameCube's better anyway. I do remember seeing a commercial about the sequel and really wanted to give the series a try.
But the whole job is blown if we don't have someone at the controls!
So, are you in? Rated E for everyone.
It wasn't until high school when someone recommended that I play the Sly collection. So I played it and had a pretty good time. But I haven't played the game in a few years since then. I also want to see the difference the collection made on the original, so I'm looking at both versions of the game to see what was improved upon. So get your cane, grab some Lucky Charms, and get ready to follow the adventures of this sneaky raccoon.
Sly! Come in! Sly! Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you. Loud and very loud.
So the game starts off as you controlling Sly as he attempts to break into police headquarters. With him is Bentley the Turtle, the brains of the operation.
Don't forget you got me at the wheel, Sly!
Oh yeah, and then there's Murray. He's there to drive the van. And be the nuisance of the trio. After using your filthy, sneaky raccoon skills to break into the police headquarters and into the inspector's office, you obtain the secret police file and leave your signature calling card.
Criminal!
You then run into Sly's on-again, off-again conflicting love interest, Inspector Commonly the Fox. Think of it kind of like Carmen Sandiego and Inspector Gadget. I'd ship it. After avoiding some back and forth banter, and avoiding the use of excessive deadly force, we learn why Sly was breaking into police headquarters. You see, Sly was a young kid, learning more about his shady, filthy, sneaky raccoon lineage. He was supposed to inherit his family book, Thievius Raccoonus, from his father. But on that night, 5 fiendish characters showed up uninvited, tore apart and took pages of the book, and killed Sly's parents. Right in front of him. I'm not the only one thinking it, right? But since Sly isn't rich, or has a butler played by Jeremy Irons, he was dumped at the local town orphanage with his family's heirloom cane. No, the family's thief cane. There you go. There he befriends Bentley and Murray, but the game never explains why they're at the orphanage. Well, anyway, they decide to dedicate themselves to finding the Thievius Raccoonus and avenging Sly's family. So it's do or die for Sly. Will you become a master thief like your ancestors before you? Or fail and allow your family name to bite the dust? Or will you become some type of raccoon Batman hybrid? So you're dropped off at the hideout, which serves as your central hub for the game. From here you can select one of the 5 levels to play in, or just watch movies with Bentley. Or you can always hang out with Murray.
Oh! You want... one? Okay, I'll stop soon.
Yeah, never mind. So you go about completing the levels by exploring the stages within them, kinda like mini levels. There are usually about 7 in each level, the majority of which consist of Sly's platforming levels. In these platforming levels, all you have to do is make it to the end of a stage and collect a treasure key by using context-sensitive sneaking opportunities. Sometimes with a stipulation like running away from Carmelita. Pretty simple, right? Well, as you go along in the game, you'll collect gold coins, collecting 100 of which grants Sly a lucky charm, which allows him to take an extra hit without dying. And seeing how Sly's a one-hit blunder, you're gonna want these charms. Also scattered throughout the level are clues and bottles. These clues help Bentley to figure out the combinations for safes that contain spec layouts of the level or pages of Thievius Raccoonus. Now, let's talk more about Sly and his abilities. Sly always seems to have a trick or two up his dirty, shady, filthy, sneaky raccoon sleeves. As you progress, you'll be able to find more safes, and you'll be able to gain more abilities from reading pages of Thievius Raccoonus. For example, you start off with an ability like the Raccoon Roll, then you progress a little bit until you get the upgraded version of it, where you basically become a rolling ball of electricity.
Plus, it should give you a nice tingling sensation.
But in all seriousness, I really do like this kind of level up design. You see how much more powerful you become as you continue throughout your journey. You're actually becoming a master thief, and you can actually see how much your ancestors were masters of their own craft. Now, these power-ups aren't essential to finishing the game, but just to make it easy on yourself, go and collect them. Your experience will be way better by having these. But there is something that bugs me about this. Why are all these safes out in the open? And who put all these clues in bottles and just left them here? Did the Fiendish 5 members do this on purpose? If that's the case, why even put up a fight against Sly? Just hand over the freaking pages and let me go on about my day. Also, Bentley says the greatest things when he figures out a combination.
Man, I'm getting swift with deciphering these codes. These codes are nothing before my righteous analytical ability. Lucky for you, I versed in chaos theory. Otherwise, this code would have been unsolvable. I had to overcome some personal demons to get the answer to this one. Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
And then there are the Sly shooting sections. And they aren't terrible. You basically use the left analog stick to move and the right analog stick to shoot. You start off by shooting crabs from the water and you eventually end up shooting Ghost. Ghost! So does that make them mega dead? Then there are the Murray sections. You take control of your hungry hippo as he races opponents to the finish line for a treasure key.
Those stupid monkeys! They got lucky and beat me! I'm just not used to driving on the wrong side of the road.
Just get the key, Murray.
Or you'll have to provide cover for Murray as he tries his hardest to sprint for the treasure key, as everyone and their grandmother wants to kill him. Probably because he's going commando. And that brings me to my next point. Are those Sly's pants, or is he just freeballing like Murray? I mean, Bentley has a shell on, so what gives? Cover up, Cooper Gang. Then, there's just one level. This one singular level. This type of design doesn't appear anywhere else in the game, and it's like Satan himself came to slap you around like his personal plaything. And that level is... Down Home Cooking. Oh, this is complete hot garbage! Who thought this level was fun? The goal is to whack 50 chickens for a ghost so you can make gumbo and give you a treasure key. And yes, don't think about it. But the problem with this level is that you have to do it within a minute and 30 seconds while two bomb-toting roosters chase you down for killing their women. You can't outrun them. You can't damage them. If they hit you, you lose time. If they hit you without a charm, you go down. And you better pray that the game is merciful enough to send you another charm or you're screwed. Even with the charm, you need to forget your dreams of becoming a master thief and become a master of maneuvers to get past these stupid roosters. Man, this is worse than a Kuko attack in Zelda. No, get away, stop! Stop! No! Ah! I'm dead. Now, the game isn't exactly hard by any means, but the game does take away lives from each death. And because I was curious, I went to farm 99 lives. I was originally going for 100, but the counter caps off at 99. And yeah, I did the same for the HD version. Now, I'll say it, the game is relatively easy despite that one level. The game only gets frustrating when you encounter glitches. And boy, there are a lot of them. There are small ones that can really get you, the ones that halt level progression, even glitches that happen while you're recording for your gameplay channel. I even found out there's a glitch that allows you to explore the city of Paris. Ah, breathtaking view. I'm really glad I made this trip. I'm gonna get out of here before Carmelita finds me.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
And then there's... Sly? Where are you going? The mountain? What? Oh, he's finally done it. He's going where no malicious, dirty, shady, filthy, sneaky raccoon has gone before. Yeah, so he just started sliding on a rail, and he just wouldn't stop. Like, I'm not pressing anything. This is all him. Hold on, wait. Where is he going? He's traveling at the speed of light. Where's he going? Sly! Did he just reach hyperspeed? I'm sorry, I didn't know this was an episode of Boundary Break. Where am I? I guess I deserve this for stealing all that stuff. Now where the heck am I? Now I'm just falling. Slowly. For an indefinite period of time. I knew I shouldn't have played the PS2 version. Now, who exactly are these Fiendish Five? Well, first we have Sir Rowley the Pampered Frog, the chief machinist for the Fiendish Five.
I hate unexpected guests!
Well, his boss fight's pretty fun in both versions, and he goes down in no time. Then there's Mugshot, the Bulldog, the thick-headed gunman of the Fiendish Five. He was put in this position due to his brash personality more so than his intellect. Which kind of reminds me of someone.
You know, that Thievius Raccoonus had a lot of nice pictures, but way too many big words.
Well, his boss battle's a little annoying at first, in both versions. All you have to do is reflect the mirrors into the crystals and they destroy his guns. Somehow. Still, it's fun to beat him and see how pathetic he is.
This is impossible. A little pipsqueak like you, beating a big, strong bruiser like me? It ain't right!
Then there's Miss Ruby, the Haitian alligator who specializes in voodoo and mystic properties. Her boss stage is by far the best one. You have to dodge the notes as she calls them out to you. It's all about rhythm and timing. But man, this is the only boss fight I look forward to, and the only boss fight I come back to replay. Except for the HD version, which apparently has rhythm issues. I swear the track isn't synced like the PS2 version is. I swear I would hit the button inputs to the beat of the song, but it wouldn't count. At first I thought it was my controller, but I used different controllers and had the same issue. Well, I guess it goes to show you that the PS2 version also has its merits. Then there's the
Frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Panda King, who's actually the second most sinister villain in the group. He actually buries villages and families alive to prove his superiority over others. It's just too bad he's also the easiest boss fight in the game. And that goes for the HD boss fight too. I didn't get hit once and his attacks are so easily telegraphed. You shouldn't have any troubles here. Then there's Clockwork, the final member and leader of the Fiendish Five. This dude is by far the most evil antagonist I've seen in the game. He hates the Cooper clan enough to have replaced his entire organic body with mechanized parts, became basically immortal, kills off the entire lineage of Coopers, including Sly's parents, tore apart the Thievius Raccoonus, and only spared Sly so that people would know the Coopers were never great thieves throughout their family book. Now that's cold-hearted hatred. His entire level is a gauntlet of challenges, from shooting, vehicle combat, platforming, and even Bentley comes through with a fun hacker shooting level. This is the only one in the game, but these make a return later in the series. You can even play as Inspector Carmelita Fox as she provides cover for Sly. Finally to showdown with Sly and Clockwork. This battle isn't too hard, but just don't mess up during this fight, or you'll have to restart from the beginning. And the HD version is very stingy about giving you a lucky charm after you die, so let that be your incentive to beat it your first try.
You will never be rid of me. Clockwork is superior.
Well, you beat the evil owl, retrieved the Thievius Raccoonus, and assaulted the police officer. Twice. So now you've truly become a master thief. Except, you haven't. There's a power-up hidden by Clockwork that stuns all the enemies of the level. Great ability. I don't use it though. After I got it, the game was basically over anyway. But this does restore the Thievius Raccoonus to its full glory, and Sly finally becomes a master thief. Now he can chronicle his adventures in the Thievius Raccoonus. Also, collecting the last page unlocks the cool Japanese animated version of the Sly story. And what the heck, this is way better than the American version. Also, there's the Master Thief sprints. Ah, this is where the game's difficulty was hiding. These sprints have you replaying Sly's platforming stages while fighting the clock, and sometimes the level design itself. By beating these, you unlock designer commentary. And as someone who loves to understand how games are developed, I think these are actually pretty cool.
When you collect the key on this level or any of the other levels, you'll notice that the background kind of completely goes dark, and we kind of go into this letterbox and show you this animation of Sly picking the key, and it's kind of funny. We use this alternate lighting model to darken everything else at this very base level. It was a weird kind of just hack feature I put in to just darken everything.
You also get to unlock videos of developer interviews and behind the scenes for commercials and stuff. And this is all pretty awesome. Especially these two.
Hey, I know that cat.
Which cat? Which cat? Where? Show
That
me.
cat.
Point him out.
That cat right
Where?
there.
What
Right
cat?
there.
Where?
Ha.
Where's the cat? Show me the cat.
Where's the cat?
I don't see no damn cat. Show me the cat.
Yeah!
You know what this is?
No.
We call this a rap sheet, pal. And it doesn't say anything good about you. You got... There's a lot of cops that would like to go home right... Oh, buddy.
But player beware, these sprints are not for the casual player. I don't recommend doing these unless you really want the reward at the end. And I mean if you really want that reward. But yeah, that's Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Beneath all the glitches, frustrating sprints, and chicken bashing, this game is a fun time to be had. I definitely recommend you guys give this series a shot. I really missed out on this series as a kid, but hey, I'm really glad I got a chance to play it. So yeah, that's Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. It's actually a pretty fun game. If you have a PS2, go ahead and pick up the original. But for all you modern users, there's also the HD collection on the PS3. I'm not sure if it's on the PS4 yet. But hey, I definitely recommend it to anyone. Now, before I go, there is one last thing I want to address. What the heck is up with the Sly Cooper movie? Seriously, that thing was supposed to come out when I graduated high school and I've still been waiting. I mean, I'm not in a big rush to see it, but Shoot, it's like radio silence now. I hear they revamped the trailer and then took away the year, but come on. I want to know when that movie's coming out. Or an animated TV show. Or the 5th Sly game. Come on, Cooper. Yo everybody, thanks again for watching Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. This video took me forever to get done. Go check out Boundary Break. That show is freaking awesome. Also, a huge shout out to What a Glitch for showing me how to do the Sly Cooper Paris thing. Go check them out. But yeah, I have a huge migraine right now, so I'm gonna go lay down. Later.